The immediate past national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Chief John Oyegun, says the President Muhammadu Buhari has endorsed Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State and Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State to get the tickets for the forthcoming governorship elections of the APC for a second term in office. Unless they do not wish to continue in office, the statement by Chief Oyegun was widely published yesterday in an advertorial in some national newspapers. Governor Obaseki and Akeredolu are both members of the APC serving their first term. The statement of the former APC national chairman has generated loads of controversies. Let's now speak and get some clarity from Chief John Oyegun tonight. Thank you so much, Chief Oyegun, for joining us tonight on the program. Let's get some more confirmation from you. You said the president that is waiting on some of the crises in the party and also endorsed the governors of these two states for the tickets of their state. Should they refuse, of course, the chance of forced refusal. When did the president make this decision?
No. This is, let me make it very, very clear. At the peak of the crisis around the national chairman of the party, you will notice that a peaceful, so to speak, resolution was embarked upon. And there were conditionalities to that. And this has been in the public domain. It has been in the public space. Nobody has denied it. Those that felt you recall or suspended the part of it had been implemented. And part of the conditionalities was that these governors, no impediments should be placed in their way. They should be given right of first refusal, which is normal. They are incumbents. That does not mean that there will be no contestants, other contestants. It doesn't mean that. But there shouldn't be, like in the case of Edo State, that deliberate move, so to speak, to make it impossible for him to recontest. For example, there's the official APC in Edo State, and there's one APC loyal to the national president in Abuja. How do you resolve a situation like that? So I think that was the intent of this compromise.
Let me get, Chief Oyegun, apologies, let me get it clearly.
Hold on.
When did the president make this statement? Because that's one of the issues that have been generated. Specifically, where and at what forum did he make that statement?
No, nobody made a public statement. You know, there were meetings and compromises that were arrived at. It wasn't, I know, come on, these things don't happen like that. In politics, you see, when you have such a terrific situation as the position of national chairman in dispute, you sit down quietly when things have gotten too hot, and you arrive at compromises like this. So leave it. You don't expect the kind of formal announcement. That doesn't happen. It doesn't.
This is Chief Oyegun, this is going to be perhaps the first time we're going to, that I can remember, for President Buhari to come forward and endorse. It does look like an automatic ticket for...
No. You are putting it too strongly. The part of the compromises to settle the disputes surrounding the national chairman. Compromises done quietly and in the boardroom is what I am saying. And that has been in the public domain. I'm not the first to say it. It has never been denied.
But as the stakeholders...
Don't try to make it as if there has to be a publication to that effect. No, things don't happen like that when in testy situations that confronted the APC. Decisions have to be made to save everybody's faith.
All right. Chief Oyegun, are there this information, is it available to other parties in Edo and Ondo State? I know you know more of Edo State, but do you think that other people who are in the race are aware of this information?
Those who needed to know are aware of that situation.
So should they be running in the race if the president endorsed?
Hold on a minute. The compromise was not that only these two incumbent governors should contest. Get that clear. It is that no impediment should deliberately be put in their way, which means give them the right of first refusal. The incumbents, any sensible party, unless an incumbent has been a horrible disappointment, will, of course, they have right of first choice, like the presidential elections. The last one we just conducted.
You think, Chief Oyegun, this may generate some more crisis in the party?
Hold on, let me tell you this. There's already crisis in the party. We are trying to keep this party in the spirit of the founding fathers, from which it has seriously departed. I mean, look at the situation in Edo State. How can a thing like that arise? How can it arise? How can the state from which a national chairman comes supposedly be having two APCs? I mean, you can't think of it. So the circumstances are unique. The circumstances are special. And they have to also be dealt with in a very unique and a very special way.
Chief John Oyegun, former APC national chairman, thank you so much indeed for your time tonight.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.